this is Roubina Khodadin, artist, healer and spiritual guide. Thank you to all the new subscribers who are following me. Thank you also to those who've been there for a while. Actually, you know, maybe you don't know, but I'm currently based in France, and the English videos are for people who are English speakers and possibly based other places. So would you mind jotting down quickly in the comments where are you listening to me from, which country, which state? Please do that. That would kind of I'm kind of curious as well. Anyway, empathy is the ability to understand somebody else, the ability to put oneself in somebody else's shoes, and the ability also is to feel other people's emotions. So it is quite a blessing in a way, a blessing because it means we can be kinder, means we can be more understanding, means we can be less selfish. Also for people who are healers like me, my way of healing is to process other people's wounds and repressed whatever through my body. So I feel things that are in other people, my clients, I feel them in my body, so I can process them in a way that maybe they can't. So blessing, right? But as many qualities, it's got two sides of this. There are two sides of the same coin. So as much as it is a blessing, it can also be very much of a weight, because sometimes we might not want to, but we start kind of becoming too aware of other people's thoughts and too aware of other people's emotions. We kind of sometimes want to save people in spite of us. Right? And sometimes also we sort of want to kind of resolve other people's problems. But is it necessarily our job to do that? Also, if it's like too far, sometimes we might feel other people's emotions in our physical body. Unless it is really our job to be a healer, as in, you know, to heal through the body, then no, we shouldn't have to feel other people's wounds inside our own body. So how to help us make empathy more of a quality and less of a burden? I'll give you 3 direct steps. First thing is, the more you're healed yourself from your past wounds, the less you will be affected by other people's wounds. First. Second, the more you're healed inside, the more you will meet other people who are pretty much healed themselves. Healing can take months and sometimes years, but it's the more we heal, the more our internal kind of energy changes, and the less, and there's a kind of a natural filter that kind of builds inside of us and helps us with this whole empathy thing, empathy burden, I would call it. So I'll put a link at the end of this video about, there's a hour-long almost playlist about how to heal from past wounds. So I do advise you to look at this, or at least try to put some things in place so you can heal quicker and better. Also, there's a link in the description box if ever you need to get in touch with me if you need more help. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, when we've been close to people, I mean sometimes intimacy, right? When we've been close to people, there is a link that stays. And for people who've got a lot of empathy, sometimes they might feel the other person's emotions still months later, or sometimes even years later. And the thing is, to prevent this from happening, we can't sometimes cut the link sort of directly, but we can make steps towards it. We can choose not to engage. Not to engage, I mean, if you want not to be linked with somebody on a, let's say, energetic level, then definitely we need to cut the contact, i.e. physical, even looking, talking to somebody, and also the emotional contact, the sentimental contact. So the more you want to be less influenced by somebody's emotions who you don't want in your life, then I advise you to cut them off, if you want to, of course, right? So, and the third thing is for people who always try to put themselves in other people's shoes, they sometimes overthink, right? So the more we are physical, i.e. sports, walking, or just even going on with enterprise, as in putting projects in place, being more active, the more we'll be able to know what thoughts belongs to me, what thoughts belong to the other. And also, instead of doing our head in of saying, oh, maybe I think he or she is thinking this or that, just ask the person what they're thinking, right? So save ourselves a little bit instead of wanting to save others. I say wanting to save others, but sometimes mostly it's unconscious, an unconscious desire, right? So I've said many things, but I hope it makes sense to you. Let me know in the comments if it does make sense to you. And now I would like to call upon your empathy to like this video, even if it only brought you a little bit of clarity, because at this point in time I'm making these videos totally free from a fee. So by you liking the video, it gives me more courage to keep going. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd like to have you here. Make sure you click the notification bell as well for future videos. There'll be links appearing up here, playlists about how to heal from past wounds, and also another video about healing the other and healing our relationships. Hope you have a nice day. Hope that you have a nice evening wherever you're at in your life. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.